Damn it, Fox.
Quickly making stairs is the core of successfully scaling a tower. Use the edges to create stairways.
You can also push rows of blocks all at once, too.
Rows of blocks can be pushed together. There's no limit to how many blocks you can move at one time.
This is my technique.
Allow me to explain the pyramid. Pull out the same number of blocks as the number of steps you need to climb up. You'll have the support you need to reach higher and higher, like a pyramid. Remember this basic technique.
What'd you think? Nice.
I think that might be tough by itself. Consider using this one too.
Allow me to explain the slider. Pull out 2 blocks vertically, then slide the bottom one over. Remember this basic action, which utilizes the properties of edges. Since edges connect, you can make a stairway, even in tight spots.
You're a genius.
Allow me to explain suspending. This technique gives you more room to maneuver. Push a block off a ledge with nothing below it. As long as the edges connect, the block will remain in place.
How's that? I'm a regular blockologist, huh?
Allow me to explain pullback. If you climb up and find yourself stuck, try pulling a block and backing down. By creating a stairway as you go down, you will be able to go higher than you could before.
That's crazy. Good.
Allow me to explain the spider. If there is a block in your way, try dangling off the edge and moving around it. It's a useful way to go around a block to find another place to stand. By moving around, you can skip having to move blocks.
You mustn't let your guard down.
Allow me to explain the bridge. If you must cross a gap, move a block over it to create a bridge. That way, you can reach the other side of the gap.
What do you think? Did you know that one already?
Oh, what about this then?
Allow me to explain the flying bridge. Using principles of the bridge, gaps 2 blocks wide are no problem. Push the same block twice to push it to the other side. Then, add another block next to it to complete the bridge.
Wow, I knew it. You're not just a regular guy, Neeks.
Sure.
Allow me to start with the technique I developed.
Allow me to explain the swing out. When you pull a block, drop and hang, then move to the other side. Now you can push the block. It's useful in tight spaces. Remember this one.
Not a bad trick, you think? I have more.
Allow me to explain the toplet. If a stack of blocks is full of holes, pushing the lower blocks is an option. By causing blocks to fall, you may find a path upwards.
That sounds useful.
Oh, I just thought of something like that. Maybe this will help.
Allow me to explain wall suspension. By using edges, you can connect with blocks forming walls. Blocks make edge connections on all sides, not just left and right. Suspend them from the walls and make new footing.
See, I didn't think of that.
Buddy, you got moves. If I was a chick, I'd be all over you. I get it. I thought of a great way to climb.
Allow me to explain the wall spider. Always be aware of your surroundings when faced with an unclimbable wall. You can easily hang from blocks to reach your destinations. It's a beginner-level skill, but don't forget it when faced with a challenging situation.
About it. Isn't it awesome?
And would this work too?
Allow me to explain the corner spider. Try moving blocks to form an L shape. When you are hanging, you can move between blocks that do not share an edge.
Hey, I didn't even think about that. I'll tell the others how to do that. Thanks.
And I'll start off with the technique I came up with.
Allow me to explain the cutout. Grab one block after another and move it towards your destination to provide a path. It's important to recognize which blocks you can let fall.
Not bad, huh?
Oh, wait a second. Then would this be a technique too?
Allow me to explain the cut across. Using the same principles of the cutout, throw out all the blocks you pulled out. By moving several blocks onto an unstable area, you can make your own stable footing.
That's incredible.
Not bad, buddy.
You're very perceptive.
Technique.
I didn't ask you to teach me anything.
I'm just talking out loud.
Allow me to explain ice evasion. If you want to move around ice stones without slipping, hang. As long as you're hanging off the side, you won't have to worry about slipping.
Do you know of this technique?
Allow me to explain ice pulling. If you're holding onto a block when you move onto an ice block, you won't go sliding off. But remember, you can't push while you're standing on an ice block. You can only pull.
That's all I've got for right now, but feel free to talk to me anytime.
It's really helpful. Really thoughtful.
You not only have skill, but spirit and tenacity as well. The weak cling to the strong. It raises their chances of survival, after all.
Let's both do our best. 5.
First, let me give you a little move that I thought of.
Allow me to explain the Geronimo. When you fall from a stone, you can catch yourself if there's a place you can grab. If you see a spot that you can grab, you can then let go without any fear.
Well, was that at least slightly useful?
Oh, I just had an idea. What do you think of this?
Allow me to explain controlled demolition. When you are confronted with stones that form a level above your head like a roof, try pushing the support stones to collapse it. Consider which blocks you need to push to cause the blocks you want to fall. Then climb onto the collapsed roof.
Wow, that's great.
And very practical.
I think I'll try using that next time.
Get out alive.
This technique just hit me.
Allow me to explain timber. If you want to drop an entire wall, leave a supporting block and push out all the rest. Then, push the supporting block, and the wall will all fall down in one piece.
Don't you think it's useful?
Oh, I just had an idea. What do you think of this?
Allow me to explain controlled explosion. Bomb blocks are hazards that turn blocks around them into cracked blocks. But dark blocks can never become cracked, so use this property to make paths.
That's just inspired. What a great idea.
Oh man, I wish I'd thought of that.
Not bad.
Allow me to explain bombs away. After activating a bomb block, quickly move it away from the area. If you push the bomb block off an edge before it explodes, the blocks around you will not be damaged.
Did that seem useful to you?
That should help. Have you seen this one?
Allow me to explain spring. When you get on a spring block, you can jump upwards 5 blocks. You can move spring blocks, so use this knowledge to propel your skills to new heights.
Nice! You're brilliant.
Here's something that I came up with.
Allow me to explain Inazuma. When you're climbing a flat wall with 3 stones in a row, use the pulling out blocks and hanging techniques. If you repeat the same pattern, you can climb in a zigzag without collapsing the wall.
Perhaps you already figured that one out, though.
Oh, hey, maybe this is related to your technique.
This is a variation of Inazuma. You can climb flat walls with 4 stones in a row in the same way. The technique lies in moving the stone to the side of the wall you'd like to travel up and creating a stepping stone.
You're quite something.
Yes, what an elegant move. I'll tell you about a technique I just thought up.
Allow me to explain the back spider. When you're hanging, you can move around to the back side of blocks. But remember, the controls are reversed if you stop while you're back there.
When I see you, I feel like you deserve to go farther than I do.
Oh man, don't give up now. Hey, I thought up another technique. You can still make it.
Allow me to explain the fall dodger. When you push a supporting block, quickly move to where it was to avoid being crushed by any falling blocks. It's important to avoid being smashed.
Wow, I never thought of that. Maybe you really are the man of legend. I can't think of any more techniques.
Oh, hang on, I just thought of something. Have you heard this one?
Allow me to explain the marching spider. If you're trapped, try pushing out blocks to make new footing. As you connect more blocks to it, all you have to do is hang and move.
Oh, I see. You're just incredible. Seeing you makes me remember something important. The passion I once had when I was just starting my reporting career. Back then, I believed I could save people.
Aren't you doing that right now? With your techniques?
I don't know. But it looks like I have no choice but to move ahead.